Rise and shine, beautiful soul. So listen, for the third video today, okay? I told you guys I'm doing 4 videos. There's one more after this one, okay? Now, for the third video today, we're gonna talk about what it truly means to look out for one another, all right? So check this out. Looking at the giraffe, okay? Now, I saw this video where this woman standing on her balcony and this giraffe's on the ground, and this giraffe is still taller than her. Like, its head is about the size of her whole torso, and it's just huge. So it intrigues me, right? I'm looking at the spots on this giraffe, and it's just beautiful. So I decided to go watch a YouTube video. It's about almost an hour long, and it's just all about giraffes. I love stuff like that. I grew up watching stuff like that. But anyway, as I'm watching the video, I'm learning so much about giraffes, but I'm gonna tell you something that really stuck out to me, okay? Or stood out to me. So in the zoo, right? They study these giraffes, and what they've learned is that when zebras are sleeping, when they are in REM sleep, meaning they're dreaming, right? When they're completely recharging, completely unconscious to the natural world, they're in REM sleep, right? Now, REM means rapid eye movement. I guess when you're dreaming, your eyes are constantly moving back and forth. I used to sell beds and stuff, so I learned all this stuff, but it's a zone in which you reach in your sleep to where you're dreaming, your body is in that recharging state. But anyway, when the giraffe is doing this, they lay down and they turn their heads all the way back and almost tuck their head behind their neck or in their body, right? Kind of like an ostrich would do, right? Hiding their head. They tuck their neck back, tuck their head back. They only do this when they're in REM sleep. But anyway, this guy on this video, on this show, he's been studying giraffes for over 20 years, and he's just now had the opportunity to study them at night in the wild, right? So he sees this lone giraffe, and it's sitting out in a field, open field. You think it want to hide, but it didn't. It's in an open field, and the reason is so it can see all around it. If it hides, then that means that a predator can sneak up on it, hiding behind the objects that he's hiding behind on the reverse side, right? So he lays in the complete clear, right? And he tucks his head. Now, as you see from the video, what happens is another giraffe comes over into the film or into the camera view, and then when it sits down, it sticks its head back. Now the other one wakes up. Now, and as you watch it, the guy who's studying them can see that what they're doing is they're actually taking turns. So while one tucks his head back, the other one will keep a lookout, will look out for the other one, right? Now, we always say, look out for me, man. Why you don't look out for me? Why you don't look out for your people? And sometimes what we mean is why you don't give them stuff. Why don't you give them what you went out and earned, right? And don't get me wrong, that's great and that's beautiful, that's honorable to give to those who are in need. But is that truly what look out means? To look out. Now, you know, like whenever you're doing something you ain't got no business doing, you tell somebody to look out for you, right? Make sure that they let you know when someone's coming. What if we could look out for each other in the way that these giraffes are doing, though, right? Look out for one another in order to protect each other. Let each other know whenever we slipping up, we about to make a bad decision that can cost us something that we love, cost us our reputation, our lives, our money, right? We're looking out for each other. I see something that you don't see. I need to warn you whenever something dangerous is approaching you so you can protect yourself, so you're not too vulnerable, right? What if we all had our chosen few people, our closest friends and, peers that looked out for us, and we knew that they were looking out for us? This was the understanding, not something we just hoped, right? I thought you had my back. No, we sat down and we had an understanding. Look, I'm not asking you for anything. I'm not asking you to give me anything. All I need you to do is look out for me. You've been a little bit further than me in the same thing I'm doing now, so I bank on it that you know a little bit more, right? You got to. You've experienced more, so you probably know more. So can you just tell me if you see something I don't see, right? Could you just put me on game? Because that'll help speed up life for me, right? I may make mistakes that you already have made, and because you have more experience in that area, you can now enlighten me to something I'm not privy to. Help me get through it without making the same mistakes, following in the same holes or pitfalls. Thanks to you. Thank you for looking out for me. Thank you for telling me I was about to make a mistake. Thank you for showing me something I didn't already know. See, instead of like getting angry because somebody don't give you something they worked hard for, I'd rather have information. I'd rather you look out for me. Just look out for me, right? These giraffes, they're not bringing each other food. Right, they're not feeding each other. They're not making sure each other are sustained. But what they're doing is they're making sure each other's protected by being their consciousness when they yet cannot see, when they yet are unconscious, they look out for each other to allow you time to get your rest, to allow you time to go into that place where you can manifest and dream. I got you. I'm gonna look out for you, okay? I'm gonna make sure that while you in your studies, right? While you in your meditation, while you are focused on making yourself better, I'm gonna look out for you, right? To make sure that you're not vulnerable while you're doing those things, right? Some of us want to go back to school. Some of us want to invest in our time into studying different things to be better, and we don't know how we're going to do it. Well, maybe somebody can look out for you. Maybe while you're doing that, someone says, hey, you know what? I'm going to help to monetize you while you do that, right? To make sure that you can get by, right? Maybe you got a whole group of people who want to start a business with you, but you might have the most time, right? You might have the most initiative, right? But they have the funds, right? They don't have the time, right? So what they do is they'll say, hey, you know what? We'll put our money behind you. We need you to go to school. Take these classes so you can run this business and do these things that you need to be doing, right? And we'll make sure that your bills are covered for the next month or so, 2 months or so, to make sure you can finish get that completed. That's looking out for you. Looking out for somebody doesn't always come in the form of somebody just handing you something. Sometimes it comes in the form of somebody just giving you a little bit of advice, letting you know there's a chink in your armor, letting you know it's a little bit of lint on you, right? So to speak. All right, family, look out for one another, okay? Like that giraffe. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it's in that chaos that you will find yourself. That's video number 3. I got one more to go. Oh, and it's going to be a good one. Peace.